Hello everyone, this is TaxClinicAccounting. Today, I'll walk you through a step-by-step process for making tax payments or returning benefit amounts to the Canada Revenue Agency and Revenue Quebec. This guide is specifically designed for those who need to either pay their taxes or return any received benefit amounts to these tax authorities. If you're already doing your tax filing with TaxClinicAccounting, we have already prepared a comprehensive video guide for you on how to make tax payments. Occasionally, people inquire about how to make payments for certain benefits they have received, such as the child benefit, consumption tax benefit, or other types of benefits. Therefore, I will be elaborating on that particular aspect today. For instance, when performing a Google search using the keywords CRA My Payment, you will discover links such as Make a Payment or Payment to the CRA among the search results. These links will direct you to the appropriate sections for processing your payments effectively. You won't directly make the payment on this particular page. However, upon reviewing the information, you will find a comprehensive list of 11 distinct methods available for making your payment. For our part, we primarily suggest and highly recommend using online banking, specifically its pay bills service, as the method for settling your invoices and making payments. Even though I won't be explaining every single method in detail, the primary one I'll focus on involves using online banking to manage these payments, which is the payment method I will be thoroughly elaborating on throughout this entire video. Regarding the second option available, it allows for a different approach. Payments can also be conveniently made using a debit card. Third, if you have your own Canada Revenue Agency account, you can access your personal federal tax account and configure it to automatically withdraw funds from your bank. Upon configuring this within your federal tax account and providing your banking details, the tax agency will proceed to withdraw the designated amount on the predetermined date, provided that the personal identification information is accurately matched. In addition to these, several other services are available. You could have the bank directly debit your account, pay at an ATM, or even send a check. However, out of all 11 methods, most are not very effective or practical for the general user. Therefore, the approach we most highly recommend and suggest is I will be introducing how to utilize the pay bills service within your online banking platform. If you are accustomed to using your personal tax agency account, you can log into your tax agency to make payments. For instance, if there's a specific amount you're required to pay, you would then proceed to set up that particular payment. While it is possible to make payments by entering your banking details from that point, many individuals are not accustomed to this process. Given that online banking is widely utilized by nearly everyone, I will proceed to provide instructions using online banking directly. At TaxClinicAccounting, we frequently suggest that you use Tangerine Bank extensively. This is also due to the fact that we provide explanations regarding year-end tax savings and investment product management via Tangerine Bank. However, once you have accessed your Tangerine online banking account, it's not just Tangerine Bank. Other financial institutions also offer this identical service. It's simply called shepaybills.ats. So when you log into any online banking, you'll see the paybills.ats. There's a convenient service for paying your bills. What you'll do is click on that Pay Bills option. After you click Pay Bills in that section, So is this indeed the designated payee to whom I'm planning to make this payment? For example, whether it's for services like Hydro-Quebec, your internet provider, or your mobile phone, all these payments can be registered and managed directly through this platform. Once you have registered it, the payment can then be processed and completed. I use Tangerine as an example. TD is also popular. If you access TD Canada Trust and navigate to the left-hand menu, selecting Pay Bills, and then proceed to click on Pay Canadian Bills, you will see an interface. You will be presented with a screen much like this one. Currently, I haven't registered any payees, for example. So I will click on Add Payee on this side. With TD, you will click Add Payee, and for Tangerine, you will search and then select to add it. For instance, if you were to select the CRA, you'd discover it's also commonly used for various tax payments. This is specifically regarding your 2024 tax payments. You're supposed to pay it. When setting the payment amount for 2024, you can select this one. If it's for something like child benefit, or if you need to return a consumption tax benefit, you can click on CRA, Revenue, Benefit, and Credit Return. Then the account number will be displayed. This account number is typically your SIN. And regarding the nickname, you might enter something such as CRA Repay, or you can use Payback or Repay. Just use whichever is most convenient. And once you click Add, this specific payee will then be successfully registered. You simply click on the registered payee or recipient, and then you can proceed to pay the exact amount you wish. If, for instance, it's for Revenue Quebec, then Revenue Quebec. No, it's actually Revenue Quebec in French. In the case of Revenue Quebec, you'll find that there is exclusively a payment code. Depending on the bank, you may also find options for tax payment amount. In Tangerine's case, seeing that only the payment code appears, our firm, TaxClinicAccounting, provides you with that payment code, so you just enter that number and make the payment. This is how you would proceed. Similarly, for TD Canada Trust, you'd click Add Payee. If you then search for the CRA, you'll find that it presents a wider array of options compared to Tangerine Bank. Tax installments for 2024 and 2025 also appear, not just 2023. While you most likely won't come across other sections, when you view it, you will certainly see benefits and credits prominently displayed. Then, as expected, an account number will be requested here. You simply need to input your SIN number to successfully register this payee. Once you've successfully registered the payee, you can simply click on the designated recipient and proceed to make the payment for the specified amount. So, what if I wish to make a payment to the Quebec government? When you look at it, for Revenue Quebec, Tangerine only provided one payment code as an option. However, with TTD, you'll find considerably more options. For instance, what appeared? Payments for 2025, or personal tax for 2022, 2023, 2024. Various codes are available. So make sure to enter the payment code, and following that, you will be able to conveniently pay the corresponding amount. There are also various other methods available, but since virtually everyone utilizes online banking, the most convenient approach is to use the MePay Bill Soon service within your online banking platform, specifically the option for NePay Canadian bills. All payments can be successfully made using this method. I'll only be explaining this one particular method, so please keep that in mind. Should you require further clarification or assistance regarding the payment procedures, please do not hesitate to reach out to us for support. Should you find this too difficult to manage, you may transfer the payment amount via e-transfer to TaxClinicAccounting. If you submit a payment request to us, we will certainly try to assist you with that process. This was Bulho Kang from TaxClinicAccounting.